Hey everybody, this is Brian with BearCards34. Today I'm coming back with a mail day video. I've got some eBay pickups as well as some purchases I had from my buddy Bpats, Brian over at Bpats Cards, and one of my buddies, regular to the channel, Mike, who has tons and tons of great football cards. He is selling those, so if you're interested, be sure to leave me a comment if you're interested in looking at any of his cards. He'd be happy to get a hold of you for that. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get into this. At the end of the video, I will be doing the giveaway for my last video. Thank you everyone who commented and put themselves out there for the drawing. It's for this Hall of Fame pack, is what I'm calling it. Just a kind of a Hall of Fame grab bag, including this Emmitt Smith rookie card here from Pro Set. So let's go ahead and get into the mail day. So this first one is an eBay pickup that I had. And it was a card that I didn't even know that they had made this card, and I just saw it randomly, and there was an auction out for this, and so I put a bid on it and won. And it was actually I only needed one, but it was a 2-count lot. This is the 2020 Select Selections of Alex Smith. He's one of my original PC guys. He's from the University of Utah, which makes him a PC player for me. He was the first pick of the draft back in, 2005. He was a first-team All-American quarterback at Utah. And, he's kind of known as being, he was the first pick of the draft. Aaron Rodgers was the second. And obviously that would be flipped around these days, all things considered. But, he did go to a team that was struggling, had multiple coaches, offensive coordinators year after year. So he had a slow start, but he actually had a really good career. 3-time Pro Bowler. His last year in the league, 2020, he was the NFL Comeback Player of the Year with Washington, who's now the Washington Commanders. I'm still trying to get used to that. That kind of reminds me of a USFL name. Maybe it's just that I need to get used to it, but I think I actually prefer just Washington Football Team. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get used to the name in the near future. But anyway, very happy to have those Alex Smith cards. I think those are pretty sweet, and they are the Prism version of the card. So I have a couple of those now. And he actually, Smith, along with those 3 Pro Bowls that he had, he has a couple of NFL records. He had a tie. It's a tie, obviously, with a few others, but in 2013, he threw a perfect game, which is a 158.3 passer rating. That was one of the games in 2013. He also had an NFL record. I don't know if it's still the record, but it was most passes to start a season without an interception. I think that was with the Chiefs, and it was nearly 300. He has a few 49er quarterback records. I know in 2011 he had a really good year. So he set a couple records where he had the most game-winning drives in a single season with 6, most fourth-quarter comeback wins in a single season, and also the fewest interceptions in a single season as a 49er record with only 5. He had a lot of winning years, was traded to Washington. They were expecting some big things, and they were winning, fairly well with him at quarterback. Then he went down with a horrible injury. There's I think it's called Project 11, a great ESPN documentary, and he's actually working for ESPN now as a football analyst. So happy to have that card. Okay, next up, this one here, another eBay pickup. All right, this is a 2019 Phoenix Yellow Eric Weddle, and it's number 2. Let's see if I can get that to show. Number to 75. So Eric Weddle is one of my guys. I've mentioned him on the show before. He was a great player, 2nd-round draft pick of the Chargers after an All-American, first-team All-American year with the Utah Utes. So he played for the Chargers for a bunch of years, then the Ravens, and his last year was with the Rams. He's a 2-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, and he went to the Rams in 2019, and then he retired after that season. He's in Utah quite a bit still. He's very big in the community, but he also lives in San Diego. And he had been coaching his kids' Little League team this year and was out of the year since 2019. And then also the 2020 season, he wasn't playing. The 2021 season, he did not play. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know this story, but basically he got a phone call from the Rams just before the playoffs. They had so many injuries in the defensive backfield that they didn't have anyone to play in the playoffs. And so they called him up and asked if he was in shape enough that he might be able to come in and play a little bit. He was mostly supposed to just be, a handful of plays a game, a good leader, and a backup if they needed him. And he ended up playing so well, he was starting in the games. And in the NFC Championship game, he led the Rams in tackles. And what's amazing is during the Super Bowl, he tore a pectoral muscle in the first quarter, and he just, got taped up and he played the rest of the game. He knew it was his final game. He wasn't coming back next year. He retired right after the Super Bowl. But how cool that he'd been out of football for basically 2 years and just jumped back in and played well and won a Super Bowl. And so now all of a sudden he goes from coaching his kids' team. He even talked about how he was playing fantasy football this year and he had T. Higgins on his team. And he joked about how he's familiar with T. Higgins' game because T. Higgins was on his fantasy team. So I just thought that was really cool, a really cool story for him to come out of retirement after 2 years and win a Super Bowl. And now he's back home with his family, playing the typical dad, coaching his games for his kids and just living his life again. So quite the story. I didn't have any cards of Eric Weddle that I know of anyway on the Rams. So I was looking this one up, and I thought that was a nice looking card and a good collection for my Eric Weddle PC. All right, so next up, another eBay pickup. All right, so this right here, this is an awesome card. I love this card. This is a 1999 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor. And these are just sweet looking cards. You can just see the shine on that. So the Atomic refractors are numbered out of 100. So this is number 60 out of 100. And I got to give my buddy Brian from the channel Walk and Balk a shout out. So he sent me a message to let me know that this card was on eBay. And the bid was about to end, and there weren't really any bids on it. And so I saw the card, fell in love with it. I made a very, very small bid. I think I put in like $3, and there were only a few minutes left, and I was feeling pretty confident. And of course, somebody jumped in and bought it ahead of me. So at that point, I felt like I kind of had to have the card, and so I found another one, put in a little bit of a higher bid, and did win that one. So very happy to have this Curtis Enos card. He was a great player in college. He played for Penn State, and he was just really, really good in college. Unfortunately, he had a holdout his rookie year, so he got a slow start, and then he tore a knee ligament during his first season. He had a lot of injuries, so he only played for the Bears for 3 years. He had about 1,500 yards, and then he tried to pick up with Cleveland after those years with the Bears, but then retired because he just had too many injuries and just couldn't quite perform. His son, Solomon Enos, is actually a wide receiver. He's a junior on the Utah Utes football team, and I've been able to watch him play live the last couple years, and that's been fun to see Curtis's kid playing for the Utah Utes. So very happy to have that card. Thanks to Brian from Walk and Balk for pointing that one out to me. If you guys are not subscribed to Walk and Balk, I would highly recommend you check him out. He's got a great channel, some really good content, and he's got a goal this year. He's trying to save up to get a Michael Jordan Fleer rookie card. And so he's actually selling some of his cards to try to put that money towards the Michael Jordan rookie. So go check out his channel. He's got a couple of videos, I think one for baseball and one for basketball with some really sweet cards that he's selling. So feel free to see if any of those catch your eye, or just sub to his channel because he's got some great content. Anyway, thanks for the mention of this awesome card, Brian. I appreciate that. Okay, so next up, this is a card that I am super excited about. I did not know that this card even existed, and every once in a while I will get on eBay to check about certain cards, and so I'll type in the player name, and so I typed in this guy right here, Brian Piccolo. I was just kind of taking a look at how some of the prices of his Topps card, his rookie card, his only card really, was, what kind of prices they were going for. This card popped up. Ooh, that is some sticky tape. There we go. So this card popped up. This is a 2005 Leaf Limited, Brian Piccolo. And it is numbered, as you can see right there, out of 599. So I am thrilled to have this card. Some of you guys know I'm named after him. So I kind of joke that I've been a Bears fan since birth, or even before birth. Because I was named after a Chicago Bear. Love the Bears all my life, and really, really happy to pick up that Brian Piccolo card. There's a really cool interview with Brian Piccolo's daughter from a few years ago that I'll include in the description if you guys want to check it out. But just his relationship with Gale Sayers, both as a teammate and a friend, is really inspiring. I love that story, and I'm really, really happy to add this numbered Brian Piccolo card, 73 out of 599. Very, very cool. All right. Okay, next up, my buddy Mike, who is a regular viewer of the channel and has reached out to me. We've become really good friends in the community. He has a great collection of cards. I've spoken about him in the past, but he found a couple of cards that he thought I might be interested in. He was very right about that. And so, here, let me just open this a little here. Okay, so there were two cards in particular that he let me know about that I said I would love to have for my collection, and they're cards I've actually wanted since I was a kid. And in addition to that, he also had some of the, so you guys know from my last video, I ripped some Topps Stadium Club from 91, and he had a bunch of the cards I needed for the set that I did not get. So I think I opened, I can't remember however many packs I opened. I think I opened 10 packs. I ended up getting 10 cards out of those 10 packs that I needed for my set. And so, I was getting quite close. Now I'm extremely close. I mean, there's just a handful that I think I still need. So, Chris Zorich, very nice. So I'm very, very happy to have these. There's one of my favorite players, Henry Ellard. And then this one, which is a really, really nice one, Emmitt Smith, second year. That's one of my favorite Emmitt Smith cards, so I'm really happy to have that one now. So that was just awesome of him. And then the two cards that I also picked up from him, and he gave me a great deal on, right here, Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers. So I am really excited to have these two. So these are from 1971. 71 and 7, and then this one's 72 right here. So he kind of told me the story, and they're actually in really good shape overall. But he got them I think it was from a friend who had them in a scrapbook. And so you can see on the back they have these little lines from where the scrapbook tape had been, similar to like when you get the wax packs. But anyway, I think these cards look really, really nice, really, really sharp. And he gave me a great deal on them. I am thrilled to add those to my collection. So today I got a Gale, and I got a Brian, and Butkus, one of my all-time favorites. So really, really thrilled with that. Thank you so much, Mike, for these cards. I love those. They look great. So I'm closer to my set now, which is awesome. And then I got a couple of my all-time favorite Bears with some really sweet vintage cards. So thank you very much. Okay, now last up, my buddy Brian. There are a lot of us Brians in the hobby. Bpats, Birth Knowledge, Walk and Balk. Extras, nice. The channel that I kind of took my name from, Packer Cards 87. He's also a Brian. So I think I've mentioned to you guys on the channel before, but if you haven't heard or seen that video, Bpats Cards, he has a great channel, so definitely check him out if you haven't already. He does some Tuesday night sales and chat, which are great. You're able to just kind of hang out and talk with other great members of the card community. And he sells some really great cards at a really good deal. So I'm really happy with a lot of these cards that I got here. O.J. Howard, DeMarcus Lawrence Green. So some of these, by the way, he has a cool thing where he has a box with random cards in there, and some of them are kind of like chase cards. And you can pay a few bucks to put in, and you get to pick cards out of that stack and just kind of see what you get. And there are some really, really sweet cards that you can get in there. Bryce Love, Extra Points rookie card. This is one that I was really thrilled to purchase. This is a Mac Jones. It's the color variation rookie. That's just a really sweet card right there. Very happy to have that one. Desmond Bain. Really nice looking card there for Memphis. Devin Singletary, Donruss rookie. I love this card right here. Gilbert Brown. Man, he was a big guy. Out of 99 from Classics. And a Dallas Goedert rated rookie. So those are some pretty sweet cards right there. Now these ones look pretty gorgeous. Look at that. Got Justin Fields. Alright, so... Whoop. Okay, let me open this right here with a box cutter a little bit. Okay. Here we go. So got a Justin Fields rated rookie. Can never have too many of those, as you can see. Kyle Lowry. Nice card. Right here, I've got a Mac Hollins for the Eagles at a 99. Justin Fields Starlight. Christian Barrymore. Levante David out of 50, Gold Zone from Score. Really like the look of that card. He's a good linebacker. This is a good one for my PC as well. Jordan Love. I don't think I had that one, so happy to have that. And then I really like this one right here. Marvin Harrison. This is a numbered card out of only 50. Right there. From 04. Donruss. So great card right there. So again, these are just some really nice cards. These are great for if you're looking for picking up cards for your PC or variation cards. He's got a lot of different stuff, and so it's always fun to to join the videos and see. So, like for example, I'm a Utah Jazz fan, so for me, being able to pick up cards of Utah Jazz, Chicago Bears is always nice. Plus, just cards that I think look cool, like the clear shots here. Daz Newsome rookie. So this is a cool one for me. Brad Sorensen. He went to, was it Southern Utah? I believe it was Southern Utah University. So he's a local guy for me. So that's a Contenders rookie auto. Love this Justin Fields right here. Terrace Marshall Jr. I PC him because I've been following him. His uncle Joe Delaney was a guy that I loved growing up. And so it's cool to see him in the league. Fred Warner from BYU. Blue Press Proof. Justin Fields, right here. Justin Anderson out of 99. Cool Khalil Mack variation. Troy Aikman out of 99. That's a cool card. I don't even remember getting that one, but I love that card. That's awesome. Christian McCaffrey. Got an Allen Robinson. Zach Wilson, again, local Utah guy from BYU. This is my first King of Cards. I love these cards. So now here's one. I'll tell you. Okay, so Sierra Wood auto out of 99. I got that because he went to Notre Dame, and then Brian from Burke Knowledge let me know that he was in prison for murder. So I had already purchased the card, so at that point I wasn't sure what to do. So it's mine now. Not exactly sure what I'll do with it or where I'll store it. All right, then we got Davis Mills, Mystique. I think he had quite a good rookie year. So I got the green and the white versions. Zach Wilson, rated rookie. Another Terrace Marshall. Kevin White, who was a major bust, but he was still a Bear. Josh Allen variation. Another Mac. Barry Sanders, one of my all-time favorite players. And again, another Barry all-time. So some really cool cards there. I'm really happy to have those. And then looks like Brian threw in extras. So thank you, bud. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Let's see what we got here. I see a Chicago Bear. That's nice. Oh, cool. You know what? I have a lot of Kadeem Carey cards. I do not have this. That's awesome. So Kadeem Carey rookie. Jalen Johnson, my favorite Chicago Bear. He's a Utah Ute and a Bear, so he gets double points for that. Stan Thomas wild card. Cool. Khalil Herbert, who had a really good rookie year. And, I've never even seen this card. Jeremy Langford. That's awesome. Cool. Very cool. So thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. All right, so be sure to check out their channels. And I do want to mention, too, one of the Justin Fields in there. I'm not sure which one, but one of those was a gift from Cyclone Ripper, my guy Cyclone Ripper, who has another great channel, so check him out as well. But when we were doing bids, he purchased one of the Justin Fields and told Brian Bpats to give it to me and put it in my stack. So I really appreciate that. So thank you, everybody. All right, so here we go. The giveaway was to comment on the video and then vote for which one of my older football card boxes that you want me to open next. The winner ended up being Top Stadium Club 93. So that's going to be this one right here. It won by 2 votes over Collector's Edge 93. I think this one is appealing for people because there's the potential to pull John Elway rookies. This one I think is appealing because Top Stadium Club is awesome. Great photography, great cards. So let's cross our fingers that these are not bricks, but that will be my next throwback video. And then third place was Pro Set Power 93. Go Pro Set. All right. So here we go. I mentioned this before. This is kind of how I did it last time. I got my Lucky Jazz hat right here. All the people who put in for the drawing are in this hat right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and kind of shake it up a little bit. And then, let's see. All right, we have, all right, well, look who wins. That's kind of fitting. So my guy Brian at Bpats Cards just won this giant stack of the Hall of Famers. So he's going to be getting quite a bit of that. Very cool. So yeah, Brian, congratulations on that. You got an Emmitt Smith card. You got all of these. So you'll be getting that your way. And you know there's another card that I pulled that I mentioned would have a good home with you. So I'll go ahead and throw that in there as well. So you can look for that coming in the mail in the next little bit. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody who participates in the giveaways, who likes and comments, and is a part of this community and a part of my channel. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. It really makes collecting a lot more fun when you're able to share it with other members of the hobby. I love hearing your guys' collector stories. I love hearing your thoughts, your opinions. I like, for those of you who make content, I love watching your videos. You guys are awesome. This community is awesome. I know there's some drama and negativity from time to time, but this is the kind of stuff that makes it fun. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching this. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back with more videos in the near future. And until then, as always, go Bears.